What's going on today, YouTube? So we have a new project that we are excited about getting installed today, and that is this Hooke Road kind of cargo shelf, I guess you could call it. And this actually is going to bolt up to the cross members in the back, and it'll be a nice hard mounted shelf right up in here. So we have the brackets, so these go like this on each side, and they simply, this goes on the back side and clamps around, one on each side, and then you have a couple bolts and brackets that drop in, and you set the shelf in there, and you have a perfect place to strap down and store stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. This was just over 200 bucks, came in just a few days. All the material has like a nice coating on it, and all of this, all the mounting hardware even, is foam backed. So that's definitely a nice feature to make sure that you're not scratching up everything. And even came with a little cargo net there too, but it even has foam on this, so when you wrap this around there, you're not going to scratch it up, and it appears it's going to fit with my rubber protectors for the roll bars anyway. So I am going to get this installed. It's not necessarily going to be a full step-by-step, but I'll do the best that I can. You will see there are these tabs on the back, and they mount up there, so you are going to lose your bottle opener. So that mounts there, and I may have a problem. So I might be losing those cargo hooks, or I just have to take off that inside piece so that can get up in there. So I'm going to take those off now. Alright, so I have the first side up there. I didn't have to take this off, I just had to loosen it and slide this back there, but then I was able to tighten that all up again. So I've got my bolt on the front side, those 4 bolts. I do have this pushed all the way up. I want as much lower clearance as possible. So I need to get this side on. I've got my hook loosened, so I can now just take those brackets, slide them on there, bolt them together. In the kit, there are 2 lengths of bolts. The longer ones are what you need to bolt these 2 brackets together. And then there's 2 small bolts, which I thought I was missing stuff. I don't think I am. These 2 small bolts are what go into there off that little tab. Alright, driver side done, bolted on. Passenger side done, bolted on. Everything was pretty easy. Especially with this back tab. Once you have that one tightened up, then everything else just can hang there. You throw your bolts in, tighten them down, you're good to go. So as you can see, there is going to be a gap on each side. I have an idea for that. I will get to that towards the end of the video, but at first I thought I was missing bolts. I didn't realize that these big bolts were what attached those small ears over there to the side. In the instructions that came with this, it wasn't exactly clear. So I'm gonna grab these, and then we just have to throw all these ears on. You're gonna line up, I believe it was showing these the smaller holes with these smaller holes, and you're gonna bolt them up about like that, and then again up here. Yep. So gonna get those thrown on there, and I am showing you this upside down, so I have the wrong side bracket. Okay, need to be like this and like this. So I must have this backwards, or I got the wrong. Yep, I have this backwards. So There you go. That's how you're going to install these. Nope. Holy cow. You're going to install them like that. So, the flat part faces down. 10th tries the charm there. All right. So, I have my brackets on there, and these are just hand tightened. As you can see back there, there's mounting holes down in there that I need to drop bolts into. But from here, the rest is going to be pretty simple, because you're going to line these brackets up. There you go. Line these brackets up, drop some bolts in, which I have them over there. Bolt that down, and then you can slide this back and forth because all these are slotted, and pick your position. So let's actually do this. Looks like you're gonna have a bit of a gap there. Yeah, a little bit of a gap, but I guess you actually have to leave a gap for this hardware. So not a huge deal. So you gotta have somewhere for that to slip in. And then you've got a little bit of a gap here, but behind the seat, not much. You could reach in there, but I'm not pointing this out because I don't like the product. I think the product is great. It's a very inexpensive storage solution. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is most of this stuff down here is going to get strapped up there and left alone. So this can just be wide open for when I need to go get things. Like I said, it did come with a net, so I'll use that, strap stuff down. It also came with a roll over here of foam that you can put down so that it's not noisy when you have stuff up here moving around. But things like my ratchet set, like perfect. Doesn't impede my sight or anything. And even like this is my storage bag for recovery gear. Put that behind a seat, and I'm not losing anything eyesight wise either. So that's why I wanted this. I wanted this to keep everything clean up here, clean in here, organized, so that, yeah, just peace of mind. Nothing is worse than being in an emergency situation and not being able to get to what you need. But then I can also access things under here now, where I keep my spare tie rods, my winch cable, things like that, which that's nice as well. So this was a no-brainer to me. But from here, I think what I'll end up doing is there's going to be a part 2 to this video, because not only does this add storage, but I feel like it's kind of like a hard tonneau cover at the same time. So what I think I'm going to be doing is designing and building filler plates. So probably not out of steel, probably out of a thick plastic, because it would not be hard just to have like a fin, so to speak, come off and just rest right here. Same with the back, and same with that side. And the other thing is up here, what I may be doing is, instead of adding those foam strips, I think I'm going to get some of that marine mat and completely cover this, so that if it rains, it's not going to just drip through these holes and go down there. It's actually going to stay on top and stay out of it. So I've got a few things to think about and do, but for now I'm going to tighten up those bolts, get this thing situated where I want it, get everything organized up top. But I think that gives you a pretty solid idea. So overall, this has been the cheapest, best storage solution I've found. Realistically, I don't know where this is made. I don't feel like Lifestyle Off-Road can make a product like this for cheaper. So sometimes you just have to give in and pay for the competition. In this case, that's what I did, but I'm happy about it. Overall, it looks like a really great product. It fit good. It said it takes an hour to install. It's taken me 25 minutes, so I can't argue about that either. So Tell me what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned for my revision where I kind of make it a full-blown hard top, or hard tonneau cover. That's the better word there. Thanks for watching.